It's been a pretty dark year for the payments industry. 11 months ago, Target lost 40 million cards to hackers. Since then, they lost their C-suite, they've lost billions of dollars, they have lost consumer confidence. Newly announced Home Depot, even worse, and I know of several more mega breaches yet to come. If you're a community bank or a credit union, and you're lucky, you'll find out about these breaches from the payment network, maybe a few weeks after the big banks do. If you're unlucky, you'll find out with everybody else from the news. You'll feel left alone, in the dark, the last ones to know. I'm, as mentioned, Randal Cox, the Chief Scientist at Rippleshot. This is Zach Walker, our marketing czar, who will be running the demo today. Rippleshot uses billions of payment card transactions to shine a powerful spotlight on payment card data breaches. We identify thousands of compromised cards all at once, and we do this weeks to months before fraudsters have had a chance to spend them. We knew about the Home Depot data breach, for example, 4 months before the public announcement. In recent months, we've been touring our comprehensive suite of data breach fighting tools for big issuers. But today I want to talk about Rippleshot Community. That's our solution aimed at credit unions and community banks. These community issuers live in a very different world than the big banks, but they still have to know what's going on in their neighborhood. As things stand right now, they worry breaches will erode consumer confidence in their cards. They worry what will happen to the loans they make to breached merchants. And mostly, they worry about being the last ones to know. Rippleshot is here to help with those worries. Our modern web UI lives in the cloud. There's no expensive infrastructure to set up. You just log on and get to work. We're going to be showing an issuer in the Chicagoland area and all the breaches those cards have come in contact with. We take privacy very seriously, so all these names have been obfuscated, but you can still see that there's an endless list of compromised locations just for this merchant. The Rippleshot team uses cache an awful lot. We take, sorry about that. Most of these breaches have never been publicly announced. In fact, half of all compromised cards belong to breaches that will never see the light of day. We call these breaches the dark matter of data breaches. They're invisible, but they're shaping the payments industry. Rippleshot is a little like having a telescope to see the unseen. So Zach is showing you how to prioritize the breaches according to severity, the number of cards involved, and so on. But let's switch over to viewing this geographically. This nationwide view is helpful for your online purchases and your travel, all very interesting. But I think more interesting still is the local data. Zach is now clicking through to a single taxi service. 50% of the cards visiting this location have already been used somewhere else fraudulently. Let's imagine for a minute that this is your customer. What happens to them when the breach goes public? There'll be litigation costs, there'll be fines, and there will be bankruptcy. 60% of all small businesses hit with a public data breach close within 6 months. With Rippleshot, though, you can intervene early while few cards are at risk. I'd like you to imagine, really imagine, how this will transform your relationship with this customer when you save their business. Okay, you now know about breaches nationally, locally. What do you do about it? Zach is showing you the distribution of cards according to severity. The yellow ones have visited a single early indication breach. The red ones, multiple severely compromised stores. You can also filter by the days of exposure and the expiration date. And when you're happy, export it to Excel and send it to your card reissuance team. That is Rippleshot Community. To recap, we give you an eagle-eye view of breaches nationally and locally. Rippleshot has your back so you can protect your community, your cardholders, your merchant borrowers, the people who trust you. We think there are three important components to this offering. First, we're safe. We live in a PCI-compliant cloud, and we carry no personally identifying information, so you can protect your cardholders. Second, we're accurate. We'll give you the exact time, location, so you can intervene with few errors. Finally, we're sensitive. We detect the big breaches wicked fast and the dark matter data breaches that you've never seen before. Armed with this, you could intervene when your intervention still matters. This new normal of endless data breaches is frankly terrifying. Community issuers have to worry that their cardholders will leave them for another bank. They worry about the loans to the breached merchants. They worry about telling their board they had no idea about the 3 breaches just announced in their backyard. Rippleshot can be a light in this darkness. We're proactive, crazy fast, and we'll tell you about breaches that you've never heard of before. You don't have to be the last one to know. Stop by our booth, and we'll show you how to be the first ones to know.